Hey, you guys, this is Tamiya Robles. I am a credit repair specialist, credit repair expert. I'm the owner of FixMyCreditNow850.com. I am also the host of my podcast, Coast to Coast Credit, basically where I talk anything and everything ever pertaining to directly or indirectly about credit. All right, so be sure to check it out. Anyway, we're now getting into the other part of the PACT Act with regards to the Vietnam War and the disabilities connected with that. So let's just hop right into it. So here you're going to see on the VA.gov website Vietnam era veteran eligibility with regards to the PACT Act. Now, Agent Orange is huge. I'm not going to go into this whole long issue and background pertaining to Agent Orange. I will do videos on that for sure so you can understand, if you don't know already, what it was, the impact it had on individuals, cultures, so on and so forth. But for right now, we're just mostly focused on eligibility under the PACT Act. Okay, so what a new Agent Orange presumptive condition will the VA add? Based on the PACT Act, we've added two new Agent Orange presumptive conditions: high blood pressure and monoclonal gammopathy of undetermined significance, MGUS. You may also be eligible for disability compensation based on other Agent Orange presumptive conditions. These conditions include certain cancer types, certain cancers, type 2 diabetes, and other illnesses. Get a list of other Agent Orange presumptive conditions. All right. Now let's click on that. It says here requirements for Agent Orange presumptive diseases. We consider a condition presumptive when it's established by law or regulation. If you've been diagnosed with one of these conditions, you do not need to prove it started during or got worse because of your military service. Now, cancers caused by Agent Orange exposure. That would be bladder cancer, chronic B-cell leukemia, Hodgkin's disease, multiple myeloma, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, prostate cancer, respiratory cancers, including lung cancer, some soft tissue sarcomas. Now, we didn't include osteosarcoma. I can't read these other ones on our list of presumptive conditions. Please pay attention. It says we don't include these. So if you have them, they're saying they're not covering it. It's not deemed presumptive. Let me correct myself. They're saying it's not presumptive. So basically, if it's not deemed presumptive and you feel this is related, service related, or related to Agent Orange, go ahead and go to the doctor. And as long as the doctor says it is, then you should apply for an increase in your disability. Okay. But if it's deemed presumptive, you do not need that portion. You don't need the doctor to do shit. You just boom, apply and say it's under the PACT Act. Now, other illnesses caused by Agent Orange exposure. If you Let's click on the plus sign. Sorry about that. So again, I'm not reading all this stuff, but some of it like is heart related, high blood pressure, diabetes. Okay. Look at this stuff. Parkinsonism, Parkinson's disease, anything other pertaining to, I would recommend. Okay. Now read the fine print. Be sure to do that. But yeah, just pay attention. If you have a cancer or illness that's not on our list of presumptive conditions, but you believe it was caused by Agent Orange exposure, you can still file a claim for VA disability benefits. That's like I said, just like I said, but you'll need to submit more evidence. More evidence means you need to go to a doctor, you need a doctor sign off on it and then submit it. I'm trying to tell you, okay? Keep reading to learn about service requirements and supporting evidence. Supporting evidence, I'm telling you, it's just a doctor signing off on it. Service requirements for presumption of exposure. We base eligibility for VA disability compensation benefits in part on whether you served in a location that exposed you to Agent Orange, We call this having a presumption of exposure. You have a presumption of exposure if you meet at least one of these service requirements. So it gives a breakdown. This is actually a pretty lengthy list. I'm not going over all of this. So it's saying the dates between January 62 to May 75, and then you had to serve here, or you must have served at least at one of these locations that they added based on the PACT Act. So you want to take a look at these locations. This looks like Guam, Cambodia, Laos, Royal Thai. Yeah, take a look at the list. Or at least one of these must be true. Korea, Air Force. You got to read these. It's a lot. It's a lot, guys. It's a whole lot. I don't want to burn a hole in your ear, but again, take a look at it. Take a look at it. Okay. They even have eligible reserve location time periods and units include, and they have Ohio, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh International. So check this out, you guys. Check it out. Let's go backwards. Are there more exposure related presumptive conditions? It says yes, it is. The PACT Act adds new presumption. So it's kind of looping. Again, this is the loop I was telling y'all to be careful about. So what one of the loops, because there's more loops. Especially when you go to apply, that's where the loopation gets worse. But right now, it's just repeating itself and it's telling you again, these are the other types of exposures. And they're just going to keep saying this no matter whether you're under this section or you're under the other section. It's going to loop you. All right. So what new Agent Orange presumptive locations will VA add? It says they've added 5 new locations under their list of presumptive locations. So here it is. It's the same one I just showed you. Now, basically, they're saying if you said, hey, I served here, then you don't have to have a doctor sign off on the illness while you're here. These are the locations that they're saying. If you are at these locations, then we understand that your illness is more than likely connected to, is more than likely service related, and you can cover it under the PACT Act and be straight. What new radiation presumptive locations will the VA add? So again, they added 3 more: cleanup of Atoll, cleanup of Air Force B-52 bomber carrying, so on and so forth in Spain, Greenland. Take a look at this. Okay, boom. Next one. Am I eligible for VA healthcare as a Vietnam veteran? Of course you are. All right. So if you served on active duty in any of these locations during these time periods, you're now eligible to apply for VA healthcare. The Republic of Vietnam between January 9th, 1962 and May 7th, 1975. Damn, 1975. Wow, that feels like, okay, I digress. Thailand and any of the US Royal Thai, Laos, Cambodia, Samoa, Johnson Atoll. Go ahead and check these things out. But basically, in a nutshell, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go into how you can go ahead and get your benefits. And we're also going to talk about the toxic exposure screenings. Stay tuned for the next video.